We are going to spend another night on recursive formulas. Here they give you a sequence, 1, 2, 3 numbers, and ask you to identify which is the recursive formula for that sequence. Of the 4 choices, only 2 of them are recursive. Choice 2 and 4 are both called explicit formulas. We'll talk more about them tomorrow night. Choices 1 and 2 both give you that the first term is 18, which is true. One of them says that the next would be equal to 1/2 times the previous. The other one says that the next would equal 2 times the previous. So looking at the sequence, to get from one term to the next, 18 to 9, 9 to 4.5, it should be obvious that you're multiplying by a half. When you're multiplying by a fraction less than 1, the sequence is going to be going down. If you're multiplying by a number greater than 1, it's going to be increasing. Number 2, again, it gives you a sequence with 4 numbers and asks you which is a recursive model. Well, again, 2 of the choices are not recursive formulas, choice 1 and choice 2 here. Choice 3 and 4 both tell you that 250,000 is the first term. That's true. Now, both of them are increasing, multiplying by a number greater than 1 or adding 937. Let's try choice 4 first. If I start at 250,000 and I add 937, since it says the next would be equal to the previous plus 937, that actually gets you the second term. So it'll always get you to the second term. The question is, will I do it again? Will it give me the same second term? So I'm going to take the answer. I press the answer button and add 937 again, and it gives me 251,874. That is not correct. And then if I did it again and added 937, it gives me 252,811, not 822. So close, but not exact. Now let's try choice 3, which says that the next is equal to the 1.00375 times the previous. So I'll clear it out. Starting with the 250,000 times 1.00375. There goes, it's 0.5 off. Let's look if I do the answer times 1.00375 again. That's the 878, it's 0.5 off again, closer than the last one was. And if I do it again, the previous answer times 1.00375, it gets us, it's 1 off. It says 823 instead of 822. So this choice is closer. They were both close. Number 3, again, it asks for a recursive formula. The average depreciation rate, so it's going to be a sequence that's decreasing, of a new boat is approximately 8% per year. So it's depreciating by 8%. It's starting at a price of $75,000. Which recursive model tells us the value of the boat N years after it was purchased? Okay, again, 2 of the choices are not recursive. Choices 1 and 3 are both explicit formulas. The next 2 have, starting at 75,000, which of those 2 choices show an 8% decrease? If you're decreasing by 8%, each year is going to be 92% of the previous. So choice 4 has 0.92 times the previous to get you the next term. Okay, the next one, if you do 0.92 to the first power, you're going to get 0.92. So that's not going to be the value after 75,000. Choice 3, they give you days versus dosages for pain meds. Again, asking for a recursive model. Again, 2 choices aren't recursive. Choice 2 and 4 are both explicit formulas. Choices 1 and 3 both start at 2,000. The first term is 2,000. And then to get in choice 1, the next they say you take the previous minus 320. Choice 3 says that the next is equal to 0.84 times the previous. So let's try the first one. If I start with 2,000 and I subtract 320, that gives me 1680. Take the answer, subtract 320, that gives me 1360. The next term should have been 1411. So it looks like choice 1 is incorrect also, but let's check choice 3. Starting at 2,000, multiply by the 0.84. 1680. Take the answer to the previous step and multiply by 0.84. There I get my 1411.2. Take the answer, multiply it by 0.84 again, and you get the 4th term. So this is the correct answer. Number 5, once again, Mrs. Schoen duplicates a question, and this was choice 4. Complete the rest of them and check your answers in the Google Drive to make sure you're on the right track before starting tomorrow's classwork.